Between the seasons of pruning here on the orchard. We've just finished pruning the stone fruit, like this plum tree here, and we do that at the end of the summer, the beginning of autumn, and we're going to start after leaf fall at the end of autumn, beginning of winter, with pruning the pip fruit. That's our apples and our pears. You can see that I'm decked out for the occasion because pruning is a serious job. And when we think about pruning in our lives, God takes it seriously. In the book of John, we read in John chapter 15 that Jesus said that his Father is the gardener and that he prunes off the branches that don't bear fruit and prunes every branch so that it'll be even more fruitful. When it comes to pruning, there are three common mistakes that people make. The first is they prune in the wrong season. When God's pruning in our lives, we can have confidence that God's grace is there and his healing is there in that season. The second thing is that they have no plan. You'll see this lovely plum tree here behind me. It's got probably 20 years old. I have a 3-year plan for this tree. I've pruned a third of it this year. Over the next couple of years, I'll prune the other 2/3. And the reason for that is so that this plum tree might be fruitful and also that it might withstand adverse conditions. And the third mistake that people make when it comes to pruning is that they either take off too much or they take off too little. Sometimes people want to look for a tree that is tidy rather than a tree that is productive. At Activate College, we've been looking at Richard Foster's book, Celebration of Discipline. I mentioned it once before. And one of the chapters was on simplicity. And I've been thinking, as a disciple of Jesus, what does it mean for us to have a simple life? And he talks about three things. The first thing he talks about is to remember that every gift that we have is a gift from God. The second thing that he talks about is that if God has given us those gifts and we're good stewards, that God will take care of those. And the third thing that he talks about is that God gives us those gifts so that we might share them for others. So if there's anything growing in your and my life that comes to interrupt those attitudes in our lives, we need to allow God to remove those so that we may be more productive, so that we might share our life with others. And the gift of that fruit is freedom from anxiety. I'd love to pray. Lord, I want to pray today for those that are feeling anxious. Lord, may they know that you're with them in this season. May they know that you've given them wonderful gifts that are not only for them, but that are also for others. And may they know, Lord, that those things that you give us, those things that we steward well, Lord, you'll take care of. I pray just for an assurance today of your peace and your presence in Jesus' name. Amen.